Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The Sigourney Car Show is Saturday, July 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the beautiful Sigourney, Iowa Square. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, tractors, golf carts, whatever you've got, bring it to the Sigourney Car Show. Early registration is $10 and $15 the day of the show. Plus, you'll get your photos taken in front of the Memorial Fountain for $10 from 9 to 10 a.m. or 3 to 4 p.m. You can drop off or mail your registration to Keokuk County Economic Development at 112 West Washington Street in Sigourney, or get more information at the Keokuk County Economic Development Facebook page or their website. It's the Sigourney Car Show, Saturday, July 12th from 10 to 3. The Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney presents the Faster Horses with opening act Neva Alden in concert Friday, July 18th at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. The Faster Horses are your one-stop shop for both kinds of music, country and western. If you like high-energy 90s style country music, you're gonna love the Faster Horses. And Neva Alden is one of the best up-and-comers on the Iowa country music scene. And don't forget about the third annual Fair Kickoff Cook-Off on Saturday, July 12th. It'll be here before you know it. The concert at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney on Friday, July 18th. Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shuttler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. Hey, and we're back for more Real Talk here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook and YouTube. Also airing on the Skunk River Radio Facebook page. We've got Pastor Aaron Fleming with us. We thank New Life Community Church in Wellman for being our sponsor of this segment, where Aaron is the pastor. Pastor Fleming, what's happening?
Hey, well, it's good to be with you as always. Always good to be on Steve Shuttler Media and Skunk River Radio.
Yes.
Wow, how cool is that? The ever-growing Steve Shuttler Media empire, as I like to call it.
Empire.
Featuring the Overlord. Oh boy, yeah, it's good to be here. It's a beautiful summer day.
Yeah. At least when we record this, maybe the day that this airs, who knows?
That's true. We're recording this just a couple of days before 4th of July, so by now we hope that you have all had a safe and happy 4th of July, and that you celebrated your freedom with some barbecue and some fireworks. Do they have fireworks down here in Sigourney, Steve?
Oh, of course, yeah.
All right. That's kind of Wellman's claim to fame, is their big fireworks show and a big parade on 4th of July morning.
Sure,
so
yeah.
always a good time. But unfortunately, by the time you hear this, you will have missed 4th of July in Sigourney and Wellman for 2025.
Yes, indeed.
No, come back again next year. So we're picking up again with our theme, Life Under Construction. Kind of tied into the renovations we're doing at 257 8th Avenue in Wellman. That's where our new church building is, and we are worshiping there on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock and doing some other activities there during the week. But we've got a ways to go with that renovation project, Steve. So we're plugging away at it, just like all of you are plugging away at the transforming of your mind.
Indeed.
And that's what we talked about last week. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, the Apostle Paul tells us in Romans chapter 12. Do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that involves not just getting good information into the rational side of your brain, but it also means becoming healthy in the emotional part of your brain. Boy, being bent out of shape emotionally is one of the best ways to lose your ability to think rationally, isn't it? Like, you ever get angry and say something you realize you probably shouldn't have said?
Take me to a Hawkeye game. That'll happen.
What about watching a Hawkeye game in the man cave?
Yeah, that too.
Woo. Hey, we haven't talked about the Hawkeyes, but football is, only 2 months away?
It'll be here before we know it.
Before you know it, it'll be upon us. What's the prospects this year? How are you feeling?
It's always 7-5, Aaron. Always
7-5.
That's what you shoot for.
That's what. Okay.
If you're above that, great. If you're below that, not good.
Now, is that really coming from your heart?
Yes. 7-5. That's my yearly expectation.
You're okay. And then if you do better than that, I guess, like a lot of us complain about that, and by us, I'm speaking for a friend. But man, what would it be like to be an Ohio State fan and just feel terrible every time you didn't win a Big Ten championship?
It's probably, the expectations there are probably 10 or 11 wins at least every year.
10 is probably a disappointing season because that would mean like 3 losses, and who does that? Ugh.
Just us little people at Iowa.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our. Speaking of the renewing of the mind, I feel like when I think about the Hawkeye football team, my mind regresses a couple of steps. Oh, we were talking about when we get angry, saying or doing things that we know that we shouldn't have done. How about when you get sad or depressed and you, drink too much beer or eat too many donuts or doom scroll on Facebook for too many hours?
Woe is me.
Isn't it amazing that we have a term for that? Doom scrolling? Yeah. That's a sign of the times.
See everybody else's perfect lives on Facebook and social media and think that you're such a loser.
Yeah.
When in reality, nobody's life is perfect.
Or you see somebody. I have a friend who's on a European vacation. And you're like, oh man, I'm going to Wisconsin.
I'm not going anywhere, so
no.
Wisconsin's better than nowhere.
No vacation.
No, I have no time for a vacation.
All right, that's the problem with running a media empire, isn't it? Just no time to even go to Wisconsin to eat some cheese. All right, so we all know that our emotional health is probably just as important as our rational health. So I promised, and I'm going to deliver some exercises for your emotional health. Ready? Yeah, because if you came to me and said, Aaron, I want to get in shape. You coached cross country a long time. How do I get in shape? I'd say, well, like if you're really out of shape, let's start off with 15 minutes of walking a day. Okay. And maybe 3 push-ups, and if that doesn't make you sore, we'll increase it from there. So simple exercises, and we're going to get some exercises from Psalm chapter 100. And the cool thing about reading the Bible, guys, is you read the Bible in the natural. You use your physical eyes and your natural brain and your natural mind, but the Bible is a supernatural book. So when you obey God by reading his word or listening to it, if you're more of a listen to the book on tape, no one has tapes of the Bible anymore.
On the app?
On the app. Listen to it on the app or have a friend or a family member read it to you. But when you obey God, something supernatural happens. So we're going to start with that. Hey, get your Bible out and start reading it so you can have the supernatural power of God.
And get the app.
Start moving in, get the app. There's a whole bunch of apps too. Like there's a zillion apps. You can look up Bible stuff on YouTube. You don't even need a Bible app. But I'm gonna jump into Psalm 100, which starts with these words. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. When was the last time you just shouted for joy, Steve? Yay! Yeah, and did you feel a little bit weird when you did that?
Yes, I did. I literally just felt weird.
Yeah. Right here. Yay! Right here on this day, Steve Shetler felt weird. And it's like, this convinces me that there is spiritual warfare going on. Because if we go to one of those aforementioned Iowa Hawkeye games and the Hawkeyes actually score, we don't have any problem screaming our head off. And everybody else is jumping up and down, and strangers are high-fiving each other. And if it's an especially, like, people hug each other, like somebody you never met before, and you're like, oh, I love you. We're the Hawkeyes. We're winning. And it's just everybody going crazy out there. But if I say to you, shout for joy to the Lord, all of a sudden, boom, this wall of resistance comes up. I'm going to say it's the devil. And do you want to lay down and take it from him, or do you want to put up some resistance and actually fight back? Shouting for joy is the first exercise. So if you have not done that recently, you can practice in your car while you're driving down the road. Shout for joy to the Lord. Woo! Yay! Or watch this again. Do rewind to that place where Steve shouted for joy. And, and just do that. Just do that. It's an exercise. It's so simple. It costs you nothing, except for a little bit of pride.
Yeah.
But God opposes the proud and gives grace to the humble. So if you want to start to transform your mind, it's not going to work if God is opposing you. Come on. Mm-hmm. Come on now, friends. You're not going to get anywhere if you let pride get in your way, because God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. And I'm going to point you towards, I think it's Psalm 149 that says, sing for joy on your bed. So that's a fun one that I like to do. Lay down on your bed and sing for joy. It's crazy how good that makes you feel. I'm not going to lie to you. So we're starting at verse 1. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. If you really want to like supercharge that one, do it on your bed. Verse 2, worship the Lord with gladness, come before him with joyful songs. Now, Steve, I happen to know that you're a pretty good singer.
Thanks.
I'm a decent singer.
Yeah. You and I together, we're a heck of a combination.
Oh, have we ever, we've sung together before? Yeah. But I know some of our listeners feel like they're not good singers, and maybe they're not. Maybe they're bad singers. But I have friends who are bad singers. I have one friend who's an elder in the church, and she can't carry a tune, and she knows it. When she'll hear people like on the worship team, like, "Oh boy, we were really off today." She just can't even hear it. She's like, "I had no idea that anything was wrong." She doesn't sing loud, but she sings because it's the right thing to do. And sometimes you just got to do the right thing because it's the right thing. So worship the Lord with gladness, come before him with joyful songs. Now there's a time there's even whole chapters in the Bible. There's even a whole book called Lamentations, which is just a book of expressing deep sorrow. So there's a time to come before God with lamentation and deep sorrow, but there's also a time to just humble yourself and obey and bring a joyful song to God. Do it. And pay attention to what you feel in your emotions and to what you feel in your body. Verse 3. Know that the Lord is God. It is he who has made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. And verse 4, this is where the money comes in. Enter, not money, but this is the money verse. You know what I mean. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. Two things. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. So if you want to start to transform your mind, start off. Here's the simplest exercise that I can give you. Get yourself a journal, notebook, piece of paper, an app on your phone if you don't use paper anymore. But however you take notes in your life, start your day off by writing down 10 things you're grateful for. Do it. It's the simplest exercise in the world. My dad has been doing this for years and years. He's up over 25,000 things that he's written down. He's filled multiple notebooks. And I just noticed this morning, Steve, that it had been 2 weeks since I did that exercise.
Okay.
And years ago, I think I would have beaten myself up and felt like a failure and gone another 2 weeks without writing my gratitude down in my journal. But this time I was like, oh, gee, 2 weeks. Shoot. Okay. Starting over again. And that's so important because once you get into the groove of exercise, you don't lose it nearly as fast as you think you do. I've got this bodybuilding guy that I follow on YouTube, which is a little strange because I'm not into bodybuilding and I'm not into steroids. And this guy's like, yeah, I use steroids. I love it. I'm a science geek. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad you're honest. So I do not recommend steroids, but he's got a lot of useful information and he encourages people. Like if you work out hard for 6 months and then you miss six weeks in the gym, just go back and start again because what you lost in that 6 weeks, you will gain back. It's like 80 times faster than it took you to gain it in the first place. Did that make any sense?
Yeah.
It takes 6 months to build it. You lose ground in 6 weeks, but you gain it back a lot faster. So once you get a discipline going, then even if you miss for a couple of days or even a couple of weeks, your strength comes back faster than before. So that's just a simple exercise. 10 things that you're grateful for to God. And my list is, it's sometimes not very complex. Like I'm not writing down all these crazy theological thoughts and stuff because I do it with my breakfast. So I'm still not fully awake. So I'm like, what am I grateful for? This oatmeal. And I write down oatmeal. And sometimes if I'm really creative, I'm like, oatmeal with raisins. What else am I grateful for?
You could make that two of your things, actually.
I could.
And then raisins.
I could, yeah. If you get hard up for 10 things to be thankful for.
Milk.
Milk. It's so simple. And then almost always I also write down coffee because at that point in the morning, I am really grateful. I'm really thankful for coffee. So write down coffee. Like if you got a pet dog and you like your dog, write down your dog. I write down this change of subject, but I write down my wife's name almost every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel grateful for our cats. Not very often, but like you don't have to look around real far. It doesn't have to be expensive. Anything that you are grateful for, write it down. 10 things a day. It's simple, but it's kind of like my YouTube bodybuilder guy talks about. This guy works tremendously hard in the weight room, but for his cardio, he just gets 10,000 steps a day. And the guy's totally ripped and goes to bodybuilding contests and has 0.2% body fat or something like that when he cuts in the last 2 weeks. 10,000 steps. You don't have to be out there riding a bicycle for 16 hours a day or something like that. So transforming your mind can be as simple. So we're going to come back next week. We're going to talk about some more exercises that you can do that are simple and easy and actually kind of fun once you get into them. But we'll come back to you next week and let you know more. Maybe I should have had a little more coffee, Steve. We'll let you know more next week. In the meantime, hey, come join us on a Sunday morning at New Life in Wellman. We start at 10 o'clock. You can park in the city parking lot just off 9th Avenue. We got some signs back there, so you'll be able to find your way to the door. Doesn't look like a traditional building because it's just a building downtown, but you'll find your way in, and there's a lot of friendly people there, and we've got a great God, and we'd love to see you around soon.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Real Talk here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio. We thank New Life Community Church in Wellman for sponsoring this. We thank Pastor Aaron Fleming for leading us each segment here on Real Talk. That'll do it for this week. We'll see you again here in the near future.